What if I told you that a character 10 times stronger than Darth Vader was about to appear in Star Wars? Hello, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to Sacred Text Saturday. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most chilling and mysterious entities in the Star Wars universe, Abeloth, the twisted Force being who once threatened to consume the galaxy itself. She's not a Sith, she's not a Jedi, she's something older. A creature born from ancient myth, corrupted by immortal power, and buried so deep in the fabric of the Force that her very existence rewrites what we thought we knew about the light, dark, and balance. But who, or what, was Abeloth really? How did she gain her terrifying powers? And could she be the true danger lurking behind the events of the new Ahsoka series? Let's dive into the shadows of the unknown regions, uncover the truth behind the Ones, and explore the galaxy's shaking legacy of Star Wars' most forgotten godlike horror. Long before the Sith or Jedi walked the galaxy, before the rise of the Republic, and even before the Force had fully codified its light and dark, there were the Ones. These three godlike beings represented the balance of the Force itself. The Father, who maintained equilibrium between light and dark. The Son, who embodied the chaos and hunger of the dark side. And the Daughter, who radiated compassion and harmony through the light. They lived on a mysterious realm known as Mortis, a plane outside normal space and time, a nexus of the Force where these beings watched over galactic balance. But in the shadows of the Celestial Trinity was another presence, a being who wasn't meant to wield their power, but desired it all the same. Her name was Abeloth. So how did Abeloth come to exist alongside the embodiments of the Force? And why did her presence nearly doom everything they stood for? Originally, Abeloth wasn't a god. She was a mortal woman, a servant to the Ones. Kind, nurturing, and devoted. She became known as the Servant, or the Mother, for her role in keeping peace between the son and daughter. Over time, she longed to truly become part of their eternal family. But mortals cannot become gods without consequence. Desperate to join them in immortality, Abeloth did the unthinkable. She drank from the font of power, a spring of pure darkside energy, and bathed in the pool of knowledge, a source of immense lightside wisdom. The result was catastrophic. These two ancient sites were never meant to be combined. In trying to become like the Ones, Abeloth instead became something far worse, a corrupted fusion of light and dark, twisted by power she could never control. She was no longer mortal, but she wasn't divine either. She became a monstrous, ever-changing being of madness, longing, and hunger. She became Abeloth, the bringer of chaos. But why did the Ones not destroy her immediately? And how did her madness spiral into a galactic threat? Horrified by what their former companion had become, the father, son, and daughter banded together to imprison Abeloth deep within the galaxy's ancient underbelly. They sealed her away in the realm of the Maw, a chaotic cluster of black holes at the edge of the galaxy, later used by the Empire as a secret testing ground. To maintain the prison, the Ones travelled the galaxy, using massive force-imbued machines, and building structures known as center points to trap Abeloth's essence between dimensions. Yet even in slumber, her influence whispered through the Force. Her hunger seeped into the galaxy. Her madness called to those sensitive to the dark side. And when the Ones died, killed during the Clone Wars, as seen in the Mortis arc, Abeloth's prison began to weaken. Could it be that the Mortis arc was not just about balance, but about unlocking a prison buried even deeper? And if so, what is the galaxy about to face? Thousands of years later, during the events of the Fate of the Jedi series in Legends, Abeloth broke free. When Jedi Grandmaster Luke Skywalker and his son explored the Maw to investigate mysterious Force anomalies, they discovered the truth. Abeloth had awakened, and she wasn't just alive, she had grown stronger. Feeding on fear, conflict, and Force energy, Abeloth could possess multiple bodies simultaneously, appear as a loved one to her victims, twisting their minds, bend the Force to her will across vast distances, and corrupt entire species with her madness. She sought one thing: to become the galaxy's mother once again, to reunite with the now dead Ones by bringing the entire galaxy under her care. And to do that, she needed to conquer the balance of the Force itself. Could even Luke Skywalker defeat something that existed beyond the boundaries of light and dark? The battle against Abeloth was unlike any other in galactic history. Luke Skywalker, alongside members of the Jedi Order, Sith Lords, and even ancient Force cults, had to unite to stop her. Not even Darth Krayt could ignore the threat she posed. But Abeloth could not be killed in the traditional sense. Her physical forms were only avatars, manifestations of her essence. Each time one was destroyed, she returned again, shapeshifted, twisted, and more powerful. To contain her, the Jedi used ancient celestial technology, including the Font of Power and the Pool of Knowledge, to sever her from her avatars. They relied on knowledge passed down from the Killiks and the remnants of the One's legacy. Ultimately, Abeloth was sealed once more, her spirit banished into the Maw, hidden beyond reach, but not destroyed. And with the death of the Ones, her prison now lacks its eternal guardians, which raises a terrifying question. What happens when the galaxy stumbles across her prison again, and this time, no one is strong enough to stop her? In the finale of Ahsoka Season 1, Baylan Skoll stands atop a statue, part of the Mortis pantheon, staring out into a strange landscape, deep in the far reaches of Peridea. Behind him looms the father, the daughter, and the broken, crumbled statue of the son. It's no coincidence. Baylan's cryptic goal to break the cycle and seek a power beyond Jedi and Sith has fueled the speculation, and according to behind the scenes whispers, Abeloth may be the dark force he's searching for. Like Baylan, Abeloth saw the endless war between light and dark as pointless. She didn't want to win the battle, she wanted to end it by subsuming both into herself. And if Baylan awakens her, Abeloth may return not just as a memory from Legends, but as the main antagonist of the next era of Star Wars storytelling. Could this be the beginning of Star Wars' first true cosmic horror saga? And if Abeloth returns, who in this new galaxy could stand a chance against her? Abeloth's story is one of tragedy, ambition, and transformation. She began as a loving caretaker, seeking immortality to preserve her family, and ended as a being of unimaginable terror. Her desire to stop the cycle of conflict made her the embodiment of chaos. She wasn't just a dark side user, she wasn't even a Force user in the traditional sense. Abeloth was the imbalance, the dark mirror to the Ones, a warning about the cost of immortality and the temptation to control what should remain in balance. As Star Wars pushes further into ancient mythology and cosmic mysteries, don't be surprised if Abeloth returns, perhaps more powerful than ever. And if she does, the galaxy won't just need Jedi, it will need something greater. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Abeloth is coming to canon? Could Baylan's quest bring her back? And would that be the beginning of Star Wars' darkest chapter yet? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more lore deep dives every week. Thanks for watching.